need to sell more tickets. Come on, Cal. Come on.
I always knew I wanted to be your mom. I always knew I wanted to have 12 kids. So one down, one on the way, and how was the last 10?
Why are Blueface and Jaidyn conspiring to discredit Chrisean? When everyone is aware that Chrissy has been open about her wish to have a child, and her ongoing relationship with Blueface, which Blueface has confirmed considering her previous inappropriate behavior, and his charges that she is lying. Chrisean seems to be trying to discredit Blueface and Jaidyn by utilizing receipts as evidence of her dishonesty. Jaidyn was forced to comply by Blueface. You're going to be shocked by Chrisean's crazy performance, which seems to be an attempt to disparage Jaidyn and Blueface. Is she still in love with Blueface?
You don't touch nobody's dude. You don't do none of that, right? Try to let everybody know I'm not the gonna pull up, right? Y'all saw me on the live. You saw me.
What do you suppose? If you believe that the drama between Blueface and Chrisean was done, these two accusations are taking Messy to a whole new level. You could say that Blueface lately heightened the drama. As everyone is aware, last week Blueface proposed to Jaidyn.
Y'all know this is one of my dreams, right?
Blueface, the messy monarch he is, recently said on social media that he would never destroy Jaidyn. He claimed that I never truly took her seriously when I got on, because Jaidyn didn't support me or my music when I didn't marry her, and she told me that I would never be P. Diddy or Nipsey when I went to the studio. The proposal had really infuriated Chrisean, who was obviously jealous. She must have assumed Blueface would pop the question because I think we all had the same expectations. I'm sorry for not being able to say, F my son for you. Stated the dad, it's amazing that you would question me about it because I've always cheated and take full responsibility for my role in these women's lives. If a woman makes me choose between her and my children, she might as well commit suicide. I just know that it was a smack in her face because Blueface had to show up. But when he proposed, it was still stunning and obvious that Crazy and the rest of us learned about it on social media. If Blueface is instructing you to act appropriately, it must be messy now because she has been acting strangely ever since the proposal. Though it initially made a lot of sense. The proposition was made just days after Chrisean F and her new partner, Mayu, released the song Mr. Take Your Beat. Blueface even switched her tattoo of Jonathan's P to Mayabu's urine since she doesn't like it when Chrissy shows interest in other men. This was done in an effort to convince her admirers that as expected, Mr. Blueface's bizarre behavior ridiculed Chrisean on Twitter, reportedly saying, I got somebody who ain't never been with anybody else, and can't nobody say they ever have my wife. It felt like a tried and true way to get her upset. Thanks to the hint, I prevailed. Because she has a ring, 2 kids, and a baby daddy, Jaidyn is in a lot of agony. To be honest with you, if you want to follow these women, you are a woman. And if you have more than one child's father, it's simple to pick one and move on. They resemble a package of life. He went on to say that a depressed after so many failed relationships, Jaidyn and I never would have guessed how our love would develop. And I'm glad to have someone I know deserves all of my time. After learning that Jaidyn had landed a lucrative contract with Collier Records, that would at least pay her a respectable sum of money. Blueface claimed that he had deceived her by saying that the proposition had nothing to do with Chrisean or anybody else but him and Jaidyn. However, I'm happy with my wife and 2 kids living together since it made sense in the end. She shifted strategies and said that Blueface was pregnant with her again, because Chrisean was no longer involved, and there were reports that his proposal was driven more by his desire to dominate Jaidyn and get her money, than by his wish to win her back.
I wanted to be your mom. I always knew I wanted to have 12 kids. So one down, one on the way, and how was the last 10?
During Jason Lee's broadcast, she also expressed her happiness at still having unprotected sexual relations with Blueface.
Right. And I don't troll, bro. I just got receipts, and I was telling them.
However, the ring does appear a bit small on Jaidyn, who was determined to cause trouble and chose to announce that she was still having an affair with Blueface following the proposal. This kind of aligns with what people have been saying, to be honest, to make her jealous. Blueface reportedly intended to ask her instead of Jaidyn.
So we just had that toxic ass sex. That toxic ass thing never leaving.
Not content. She also recorded herself and Blueface talking on the phone. While he was trying to connect, she said, "There's no winning with you and I'm not a weirdo." She probably believed that everyone was cheering her on and that she had a lot of support from her followers. She overplayed that hand as well since, rather than getting compliments, fans started mocking her for her obsession with Blueface even after he proposed to someone else, and for her refusal to acknowledge him as a father. Yes, today is a step. She remarked, her face flushed, but how do you break a soul? She also made an effort to publicly express her displeasure with herself for continuing to be with him. She was so horrified by the comments that she said, "Yes, I am still with him, a bad father. I was forced to stand aside after allowing Ty, my only kid, to remain inside of me as a man who doesn't want to be a father." When he texted me today, I what though? I thought as I nearly succumbed to the anguish. People weren't believing her lie. So she finally clapped back at her and called her out on it. He wanted to anger my wife, so he encouraged you to lie online all day. We enjoyed the infinity meal over here. Hold on, everyone. Quit being so naive and self-centered. I feel disappointed in myself right now. Go screw yourself, please. Stay away from hitting me. Seek a better cream for yourself. Put the pictures online. The pictures depict a text message from Chan that reads, "Brother, don't give up. All I'm trying to do is find out whether guys actually do you. You and I are alike. It is also hazardous and unhygienic. You're going to contract HIV by fiddling around the way you move. I'm not giving anything away." But rather than her acting like a gangster in public and then pleading for his affection in private, I'll be receptive to what other people have to say because I truly have no loyalty to you and really. Ty, Lord, I'm waiting for you despite my mess and annoyance. Jaidyn appreciates that she is being exposed in this way, and Blue has always been there for him. Chan has been tweeting. It was something he deliberately delivered. He made a mistake, to be sure, but she persevered and is now married. Chan babes, you should be beaten up because you're a fan of clout chasing. Which drives you all crazy. They were yelling, "You're really embarrassing." What the is a clown Chan fan? You ought to learn more about the type of person who would have been prohibited on side W if he had become engaged to someone else. Chan is making herself appear worse, and the situation is completely out of control. After watching this video, kindly share your opinions about this messy trio in the comments section below. Oh, please don't bother man or woman. There is a reason he is with his middle school sweetheart.